Need some coins or MT for that God Squad you've always wanted? For the fastest and cheapest coins anywhere, make sure to check out MMOEXP.com and use code ZERK for 5% off your order. Link is in the description.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
Today, guys, I'm going to be going over the fastest way to get done with your Hispanic Heritage Month objectives, so that way you guys can go ahead and get your free player. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Aaron for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to be shouted in the next video, drop a like in the vid, make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and comment down below, Noti Gang. Now, last night, guys, we did have Thursday Night Football. It definitely was not a great game, was not a very exciting game, but we did end up sneaking out a W, and if Matt Stafford throws an interception this weekend, which he definitely will versus my Cowboys, without a doubt, we will get another W that I combine with some Thursday Night Football picks. So shout out to all you guys that have checked out Underdog Fantasy and copied my picks. Maybe you did the opposite on some of them, maybe you made your own, whatever. But if you guys want to check it out, you can use code ZERK to match first deposit up to $100 and follow me over on Twitter for my picks. And I will let you guys know, I can't go into the details of it yet, okay? I probably will be able to starting early next week. But for those of you guys that either already signed up on Underdog Fantasy, whenever, or if you do sign up on Underdog Fantasy using code ZERK, there's going to be something coming. Be on the lookout. Now, I will let you guys know I'm actually recording this video before the National Hispanic Heritage Month promo even releases in the game because it is delayed, and they said it's going to be coming out today in the afternoon, and I don't exactly know what time that's going to be. So more than likely, this video is probably getting posted before the promo comes out, but just so you guys know the objectives that you need for each specific person, since I can't show them in game because they're not in the game yet. Ted Hendricks right here, 25 wins. Every single one of these guys you have to get 25 wins with, which, by the way, the easiest way to get those wins, I'm pretty sure just playing solos will work. Now, if replaying the same solo over and over again won't work for you guys, then obviously you just got to play solo battles or head-to-head or even a new solo challenge. But I'd imagine that wins, it's just replaying the same solo. That should work. Now, also with Hendricks, you have to get team sacks and also team tackles. And another thing I want to kind of point out here with all these cards is you don't actually have to do anything specifically with them. You can just throw them into your roster and let them sit at backup, and you'll be able to go ahead and earn them because when you guys log in with the promo, you'll get 83 overall versions of all these cards. You just got to put them in your lineup. So with Hendricks, you have to get sacks and tackles. With Zane Gonzalez, you have to get field goals and team points. With Jonathan Casillas, you need interceptions, which I will be completely honest with you guys, interceptions is probably the hardest one, okay? And I'll get into exactly why. Now, if you guys are on current gen, it actually makes it a little bit easier than next gen to get the interceptions. We'll go over that. Also, team tackles and wins. And then Kiko Alonso, forced fumbles and tackles with him. And finally, Jim Plunkett is offensive yards and passing yards. So obviously, guys, with this, you just want to go ahead, put Zane Gonzalez either at your starting kicker with the 83 overall or a lower overall one. But to be honest, pretty much any solo that either is completing a drive or scoring points or whatever will be good to do. But specifically, if you come over to team captains, maybe there's even a better one than this. But team captains, this one's very, very easy. You could also put it on 1 star, put it on easy mode. All you have to do is score a field goal this drive. Now, with this one, you definitely just want to put it on 1 star because it's going to be very, very, very easy to get into field goal range. And again, all you need to do is get 20, just 20 field goals done. Now, since you're putting this on 1 star, just come out in 4 verticals and literally chug up a streak, okay? It should be easy enough because it's on 1 star. The corners are going to be really, really slow. You can get all the way down to like the 5-yard line, whatever, kick your field goal, and then just hit replay challenge. Kick your field goal, win the challenge, replay, do that 20 times. Takes a little bit, but honestly, Zane Gonzalez is a very, very solid kicker. So this is something that I will definitely be doing when we finally get the objectives in the game. Because as I said, I'm recording this video, and right now the objectives are not out, but right there is one. That's the one that I recommend you guys go ahead and do to go ahead and get your kicks done. Now, as for the passing yards, if you're trying to get Plunkett, you need passing yards and also total yards. Again, it's going to be a team captain one, and this is actually the one that I personally have been doing every single day. I've been doing this challenge right here to go ahead and get my dailies done. You know, you need like 200 offensive yards, the pack, the set, whatever. I've done this challenge like 1,000 times at this point. So pretty much this one starts you off on the 25-yard line. And again, it is a 1-star solo, which means the defense pretty much will not stop you literally ever. You also have Keyshawn Johnson over here on the left side. So again, just gonna throw that up. lob pass it, boom, 75 yards, just like that. You can sit here, replay, 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 easy. And again, I think just every single time you guys complete a solo like that, you'll probably be able to go ahead and just get done with a win for those. If they do count towards objectives, which I would expect them to. Now we get into some of the harder stuff, which is getting the sacks and the interceptions, as well as the fumbles. Now, you can pretty much do this on any solo challenge that allows you to put it on 1 star, so you get an easy difficulty. This is one in Campus Heroes you can do. It's just don't allow 25 yards to drive. They start at the 35-yard line. Now, really when it comes to getting sacks and fumbles, you can do them both at the same time, or you can do them like a different way. Now, when we get into the challenge, that I recommend you guys do is put strip ball on aggressive, tackling on aggressive as well. And then when it comes to getting, let's start with like sacks and the fumbles, I run the Ravens defense and I do 2-4 double mug, and it is mid blitz 0. This is something that I have ran literally for years. Now what you're going to want to do is user on whoever is manned up on the running back. It is that simple. And then pretty much if the running back goes on a route, you cover them. If he stays in a block, you go ahead and blitz. Now also what I like to do here is I like to, as I just messed up my user right there, but you can see we get a sack out of it. But also what I like to do, guys, is press my corner so they come down and press against the receiver. So if you're on Xbox, it is Y and then down on the left stick. And once again, you guys can see we get a hit, but not a sack there. So I like to press them and then also bring down my safety, which is Javon Holland. So he'll come down closer to the line, as well as Grant Delpit. Now sometimes they will run, but because the solo is on 1 star, as you guys saw right there, we get a fumble. So truly just playing any defensive solo on 1 star is going to result in way more fumbles, and even if they get a completed catch, that also helps a lot, because as long as you are usering on the defender that hits the ball carrier or hits a receiver or hits the QB, especially if you guys have someone screaming around the edge with this, right? Let's say I'm going to user on Holland here, and let's say D-Ware comes around screaming. Before D-Ware can get the sack, I'm going to try to click onto him so that way I can get the hit, and this also can result in interceptions. But I like to click on to whoever is close enough to getting the sack there, because more likely than not, if you are using the person that is getting the sack and you hit the QB, it's going to be a fumble. So, I mean, really, this method kind of works for getting interceptions, for getting sacks, and for getting fumbles. But I'm going to show you guys another way to go ahead and get the interceptions, as that should have been a sack too. But let me show you guys a way to get interceptions. Now, will you know, this works way, way, way better on current gen than next gen. And truly, it doesn't really work all that well here on next gen. But you guys can see when I come in and pump block, go over to straight rush. Now, what this will do is ensure that this is going to be a pass. So you guys will see the audible, then I will hit X, and then X, and it go to safe man, right? Now I'm going to take this corner here and move him all the way inside and up. And you guys will see, right, he didn't throw the ball. Now, he actually did way, way late, but pretty much if you are on current gen, and if you guys want to download current gen to go ahead and do this, this works really well over there, and this is something that everybody in the Madden community did for years to try to get interceptions. Pretty much, you just take the corner, make sure that they are throwing the ball, and the way you do that, you come to special teams, go to pump block 4-4 even, go to straight rush, user on one of these outside corners here, and then you just wait for them to audible. They'll make an adjustment every single time, and then just audible yourself to man coverage, take the corner, bring him up into the inside, and you guys can see again, he got open, but he just didn't throw the ball. On next gen, it just really doesn't work all that well, unfortunately so. Now, can it work? Yes, it can work, but it is just really, really like not as frequent pretty much as on current gen. As I said, once again, I'm just going to take the outside corner Gilmore here, bring him to the outside, and you can see right there he did throw it. So it can work on next gen, but on current gen, it's way better. Now, if this doesn't work out for you guys, honestly, what I would recommend you do is play head-to-head, because people throw interceptions a lot in head-to-head, and also you can just continue to play this solo here and run the mid-blitz. You guys saw from me running mid-blitz, I also was getting interceptions, but again, I left him open for a moment. We almost had a pick there. But if you try to leave him open long enough, then maybe he'll throw it. But again, it just doesn't work as well on next gen. Hopefully this video helps you guys out and allows you to go ahead and get your Hispanic Heritage Month players for free, even quicker. And again, you don't even have to actually use the cards. Just put them in as a backup and you'll be completely fine. So I believe I went over everything. Fumbles, kicking field goals, passing yardage, the offensive yards and the points as well for like Zane Gonzalez. Those will just, you know, pretty much happen as you continue to play. As you get all the passing yards for the QB, you'll also get the points for the kicker, fumbles, tackles, and everything. I mean, obviously tackles will just have them from playing. So I believe that's everything. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, and if you did, drop a like on it, hit that sub button down below, and check out Underdog Fantasy. Use code ZERK. If you guys enjoyed this video, check out these.